Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alex Dodd. I am a 13-year-old junior coder and engineer at AlgoAtWork Robotics Academy from KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. A few weeks ago, we designed and built a unique prototype, color, and object counting conveyor belt to assist my younger brother to sort and organize his Lego pieces. The unit was showcased last month at a makeathon during the Techno Expo to the US Council General, including the Minister of Communications and Digital Technologies, to name a few. When visiting a craft shop, the owner informed me in a casual conversation that the sorting of components for extension kits into different colors and shapes for hobbies was time-consuming.
Which is 12, you know which is normally 12, and outside is negative productivity.
This inspired me to find a solution with the assistance of my mentors at AlgoAtWork Robotics Academy. I built a second, improved prototype. I then decided to give it a formal name, which is CCC Sorter. I came up with the name as a color counting conveyor sorter. The new and improved unit can identify 10 colors per run. The selector slides the object off the belt, allowing the objects to fall into different sized packets or containers, depending on the client's needs. In addition, we'll be adding an adapter that will be able to sort round objects such as beads and an automated feeder. These additions are being added by the request of our future clients that own craft and hobby shops. The product we have designed is unique. There is no other portable, multi-purpose color sorter with counting and recording abilities on the market. You may ask, why develop such a product? What is the need for it? Problem identified. Time, which is a precious commodity and human error, creeps in when sorting and counting small objects. Domestic market. Spending ages sorting Lego or building blocks by color. Sorting small hobby or craft objects into containers or packets according to color or a specific amount made up of a mixture of colors or objects. Recycling centers. Manually sorting and counting recyclable small objects such as bottle tops, bread tags, coffee pods, etc. Small businesses. Craft, hobby, and hardware shops that purchase small items in bulk, then manually sort and package based on color or a mix of colors into small batch containers or packets for retail, which allows for human error and is very time consuming. Small craft hobby or hobby shops spend around 40 to 60 hours a month sorting and packing small items. Solution: a unique color and object counting and sorting programmable unit. The unit is able to sort multiple small objects into colors while counting and recording the results. It can be programmed to sort multiple colors based on predetermined amounts into containers or small packets as per the client's requirements. Example: 5 red, 2 yellow, 6 pink, etc. Or single colors or objects. During stock take, it can accurately count small objects. The target market: recycling centers, who manually sort and count recyclable small objects such as bottle tops, bread tags, coffee pods, etc. Small businesses: craft, hobby, and hardware shops that purchase small items in bulk, then manually sort and package based on color or a mix of colors into small batch containers or packets for retail. The conveyor sorter will eliminate human error and save valuable time. The conveyor sorter can be used during stock take to count small items fast and accurately. The introduction will be limited to the target market in Mpangeni and Richards Bay, the 2 towns closest to my residence. This will facilitate feedback from the users on its performance. Adjustments and added features can be made based on the market feedback. We will market our product using the following platforms: electronic craft, hobby and hardware magazines, schools, craft shops nationally and 2 product representatives who visit the craft shops, extensive use of social media such as Facebook, Instagram and TikTok, or word of mouth. Sales and rentals. The unit will be sold on an online portal. The same portal will be used to book the unit out for rental. Rentals will be programmed with a time limit as per the client's requirements and payment received. Should the client need additional hours, they can purchase it on the portal and a unique code will be generated that the client would then input into the unit. Payments for the purchase of the unit and deposits for the rental of the units will be made on the same portal. SWOT analysis. The strength of the product is that it is time-saving, portable, and its ease of use. Alex, the founder, is a programmer who can develop the solution further at minimal cost. Weakness is that it is a startup microbusiness with limited production capacity when we start. Opportunities is that it is a unique product which allows us first entry into the market with great growth potential. We will then appoint a board with a CEO who will focus on the growth of the company. As I am underage, I'll be allowed to sit on the board but not take on the position of CEO. Alex Dodd is a healthy 13-year-old who should have a long life ahead of him. However, should something unforeseen happen to Alex, he has an 11-year-old brother who is also a junior coder and engineer who can carry on the business along with Langa Zulu and Teja Mampastika. There are almost 90,000 unemployed people in the district that we live in. Due to COVID-19 and political unrest, the number is climbing at an alarming rate. We support positive economic and social empowerment through affordable and accessible innovations. We intend to identify 2 youth from our area that can be trained in coding. In addition, we'll be sourcing most of our materials locally, as well as using local manufacturers. We will employ locals to assemble the CCC sorter. Payments will be made on a completed unit. We will use a local courier company with a national footprint. Accounting, legal and training will be sourced from the local community. We will also be outsourcing where we can to a local special needs school that has an adult work program so the vulnerable and marginalized can also benefit from the innovative product. In addition to creating good, sustainable job opportunities, we pledge to donate 10% of our net profit to 2 charities. The first charity was identified through one of the junior coders from AlgoAtWork Robotics Academy, whose heart and passion is charity work. One of the charities she supports is the House of Grace, an orphanage made up of predominantly abused, abandoned children that relies purely on local support to satisfy the basic needs of the children. The second being the Mpangeni SPCA, where my family has adopted most of our pets from. The SPCA is an animal welfare center that caters mainly to the rural community domestic animals and their livestock. They provide veterinary services, dipping and vaccinations, especially for rabies and sterilization of animals for the community that have no means to pay for these services. This organization is almost solely reliable on community support to keep operating. UN SGDs. With our unique color counting conveyor belt sorter, we meet UN SDG. 8. Decent work and economic growth. 9. Build resilient infrastructure, promote sustainable industrialization and foster innovation. 10. Reduce inequality within our community. 11. Make cities inclusive, safe, resilient and sustainable. Financials. The projected first-year net profit from the sales of the units is 28,500 Rand, which is based on the sale of 10 units. We are projecting an additional profit of 6,400 Rand from maintenance plans sold. Our biggest income stream is from one unit being rented out for 456 hours will generate 53,050 Rand. Note: during the introduction stage, the products will be manufactured at home in our workshop and using the facilities at the Academy by Alex and Terga. When volumes increase, additional cost components and values will be evaluated and added at the break-even point calculated. All profits will be plowed back into the business in order to build up a cash base and hence capital to facilitate the growth of the company from a micro startup to a medium-sized business by the end of 2022. I'm excited about the rental option as I believe that it is going to yield the greatest income. The break-even point is achieved after 9 days of rental. Due to the lightweight of the product and the design and durability of materials we intend using to manufacture our machines, they should last a minimum of 5 years. Thank you.